Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. In this video we want to take a look at the long-term chart briefly as well. So I'm starting here on the weekly chart just to give you a brief idea where we are. Sometimes it makes sense to do that. This here gives us an idea that we are in a larger degree third wave at the moment. This is really the 4-day chart. You see down here in December 2018. This was the low back then, around 3,000 USD. And I think good Elliott Wave analysts see the rally from there as one larger Elliott Wave cycle in 5 waves, where we had an initial wave 1, a wave 2 that then dipped into the March 2020 lows, a third wave rally, a fourth wave, which reached exactly the 50% retracement of the third wave, confirming this wave count further, and also still allowing for an impulsive wave count to the upside in wave 5, and overall, considering this as an impulse. And then the wave 5 is now unfolding as an impulse, targeting 125k in the first step, maybe a little bit higher. Very open to the idea it could stretch higher, but for now 125k is my first milestone target for this bull market. We might get a few more upside squiggles in this current bull market here on the Bitcoin chart. Let me zoom in a little bit. Talking about, this is the wave 4 that might have just finished here in July, 5th of July, after a third wave topped here in March. And now we are likely in the 5th wave that can take us, I'd say, into the 90k region. Then we should get another wave 4, which could be quite big as well. It should be similar to this wave 4 that just happened. So we should see a rally that might be quite quick. And then talks will start of 100k plus, and it might be there where it will struggle and where we'll start that larger wave 4 before then one final push to bull market targets. That's how I see it. Okay, that's how I see it. And that means the main element of this rally is done for the bull market. My view, surely, as I said, we can get above 125k, maybe 140, maybe 150. Important is, I think, not to get too bearish too early after we've reached possible top. So we have to wait for support levels to break. The thing is, in crypto, that can happen very, very quickly. So don't expect like in stocks where we have, okay, we have a break of support. Okay, hey, we have a close of the market. Let's think about what we could do. No, it's gonna happen in real time, 24/7 crypto. Okay, and then the new bear market will start. I mean, this can still take 2024, maybe into 2025. I mean, the main part that will take time is this 4th wave. That can take 3 to 4 months again. Okay, and then we are already nearly in 2025. So and then afterwards we should see this rapid move down in wave A, maybe even an overshooting B wave. So again, funny enough, in a bear market, we might see an overshooting B wave. So we might see new all-time highs, okay? So that could be similar to what happened in the last bear market. This B wave that topped in November 21 was part of the correction. It was technically part of the bear market. Most Elliott Wave analysts, I mean, most good Elliott Wave analysts that I know, they count that as a high B wave, because it was, it was a corrective rally. And I know there are other interpretations, but it don't make sense. And then here, this B wave could also, not this main B wave could also overshoot. It's just speculative at the moment. And then a C wave down. Okay, but that might even be a triangle. So, that's all speculative at this stage. Let's go to the daily chart. Here, we've seen the price dip into the main support region. Current rally looks promising. Really, nobody should have FOMO, because on this channel at least, because we've been watching for higher prices here in May, but I highlighted to you that the structure to the upside had problems, but that was the first time that Bitcoin had a chance to complete the wave 4 correction that started in March. But again, that structure had problems. The fib levels didn't align. Here they do align, and I'm not telling you anymore that this structure has problems. It doesn't. It's looking good. And it's a 5 wave move up as well. So it's all it's all as intended. The market turned around in the support zone, which basically is our accumulation zone on the daily time frame here, right? So the price reacted in our accumulation zone and is now rallying. Any pullbacks, if another deeper pullback occurs, could be another, let's say, accumulation opportunity. So far, we haven't had any deep pullbacks. We might not get any deep pullbacks anymore. I hope I've been saying that clearly enough in recent weeks. It reminds me of price action back in September, October, where we also only had shallow pullbacks. And I did put that in writing and sent it out on Discord this week, or last week it was, because we have to be prepared for only shallow pullbacks. It is nothing you can predict unless you call what I just said a prediction. No, it's more like making people aware so people can adjust their trading to this new environment where we might only see shallow pullbacks. It is too early to really confirm it yet, because literally the internal structure of this rally from the 5th of July made me aware we might only see shallow pullbacks. There were various indicators I'm observing, and also the fact that pullbacks have been quite shallow, and that we are seeing the first impulses to the upside again. So all of that telling me we might only see shallow pullbacks. Don't rely necessarily on deep pullbacks, which means tactically speaking, you might want to add a little, you start to add a little higher if we get pullbacks, or you might want to stay in your trade for longer, or you want to hold a core position, things like that. But holding a core position is, because of exactly that, a recommendation anyway when we talk about Bitcoin. So the main support now here on the daily chart for this wave 2 pullback, which could start after we have a wave 1 possibly completed, well, that's 56,430 to 62,320. Been telling you that maybe this wave 1 is still extending. It can be, because if this here was already wave 2 that bottomed on the 25th of July at around 63,170, it would have been extremely shallow. Any break above 75k will tell me that we're likely already in the third wave to 90k. Looking at the very short term, here's not much to add. We still have our 5-wave move up that can be interpreted as completed. The bears have failed to generate a head and shoulders pattern. Well, they technically still could, but it looks a bit odd now. We have another 5-wave rally from the Thursday low, from where we were watching for a bounce. And it even formed that higher bounce that I actually thought was more likely, the high B wave. But the microstructure is a bit unclear, but it looks like a 5-wave move up actually from that low. So the support region stays the same for a wave 2 pullback. I'm not entirely sure if we get the wave 2 pullback from here. It might still stretch a little bit higher. There is currently no sign of exhaustion, unless you call that overlapping mess here exhaustion. But I've seen many times how cryptos break out directly from such a structure. So the micro support then is between 64,460 and 66,370. It now takes, and that's very simple, it now takes a break below 64,460 for a first indication that the top is in place. Until we break below that level, there is absolutely no sign that a top is in place. And then we could get another extension from there. But if we push higher directly, then I will probably take that high B wave assumption of the chart and I will assume it's just a wave 1 extension, because then it looks very impulsive. Or we're already in the third wave. Okay, as I just showed you on the daily chart. But then the wave 2 would have bottomed already, which would be based on a very, very shallow wave 2, which is absolutely possible. Okay, remember what I said, that wave 2s tend to finish in wave 4s or in the area of a wave 4 of one lesser degree. You just can't predict it if the wave 2 would then be extremely shallow. We just have to consider it, and yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. So that means this move up could be a high B wave. It looks a bit strange for a high B wave, but I'll leave it on the chart to see. I want to see what happens today. Expect volatility also due to the Nashville conference. Support is clear. Next breakout point here around 68,300 to 68,500. So resistance, yeah, could be a breakout point and take us to 70,100 next, and then 72k. And as I said, if we get above 75k, we're already on the move to 90k in my view. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.